Okay. Well, hey everyone. I know it's been a long time since I made a video. I actually moved once again. I think what's been preventing me from doing this is just I keep getting kicked down and kicked down and kicked down again. I tried to build up my Patreon twice this year, and I find the platform extremely biased. If I did what I did and called it cosplay, I wouldn't probably have as many problems as I do on there, but seeing as I don't play a character or anything like that, they won't allow me to link my Twitter or any of the social medias that power my ability to promote what I do. And so it's made it impossible to promote it and have a patron at all unless people stumble upon it. I can't really do anything with it. So I'm thinking I'll move that to my furry site and maybe try it there if I want to continue, but with so many different platforms already, I try to focus on just camming and video sales and keep what I'm good at, because it seems like that's the only places anybody wants me sometimes. In between the shadow banning of Twitter and everything else, it's very difficult to have to do everything you do via social media. So I guess what I wanted to talk about today is something that I wanted to do originally, a panel for a convention on. And since I passed up the opportunities to do that last year, might as well put it out here. At least it'll get heard by someone. I think in webcamming, a lot of people have run into the problem of living and having an ethical cam career. Ethics are extremely important in camming, and we run into all kinds of ethical issues and dealing with our own morals and everything and what we feel is right and wrong, especially in adult in general. It can be, you're always kind of walking a line. Sometimes users put you in uncomfortable positions that make you unsure with what to do because you're being offered money. Somebody's, they get carried away with their dirty talk sometimes, and sometimes you hope to God it's just dirty talk with what comes out of people's mouths. I like having a room with a very transparent atmosphere and really no filter to it. And I run into this complication a lot. There's one thing about having humor, a twisted sense of humor, and then, saying things that are just off the wall. So, as an example, the other day on Twitter, and as you can see, yeah, that's what I mean right there. I think we all get that, though, sometimes. And I think with this whole issue, it's not just somebody saying something wrong or, making too crass of a joke. You fall into so many different areas that are just difficult because you don't know what to do. There's not really a code or rule book on what to do with a lot of situations that we find ourselves in. I think the best thing is having a very clear atmosphere where it's clearly stated what's okay and what's not okay to do, and that can help some. But with ethical camming, you want everybody to lead the best lives that they can for themselves. You don't want people to be failures, because if your members of the room are failing, so are you, and you want to push them to do good in life, and when they succeed, we all succeed. Is kind of the way I've seen it over the years. It's all about relationship building and making real, genuine connections with people and keeping them good. I believe that camming is so much more than just showing your tits online for 100 tokens or whatever. It's so much more than that. People, they come to you for a lot more. If they just wanted porn, they would go see porn, or they would go see a prostitute or any other kind of service worker with camming, I don't even like to call it sex work because I see it as a different kind of intimacy. I think that we arguably are closer than anybody else in our vanilla lives, since we reveal so much about ourselves. Of having that screen barrier there, it's a lot easier to be who you really are and talk about things that you wouldn't be able to talk about otherwise, and maybe be able to bounce ideas off of other people, because in a cam room you have 1,000 people at once, all with different opinions, different life experiences and backgrounds and cultures even, which is the really cool part. Is it's a worldwide thing. It's not just like somebody else from down the street, and you can ask them and get genuine opinions, real information, have real conversations. Everyone comes from a different walk of life, and I think we all think different things, and that's what keeps me coming back. Is just like I've definitely shifted my mind about a lot of political, religious, everything beliefs. And even if I don't allow touching on those two things, since they're such core beliefs, it's definitely expanded my own horizons and my own thoughts about just everything. I don't have like a one-track mind when it comes to my shows. We don't just touch up on sexy stuff. Usually we're talking about science, future, evolution, everything while I'm doing my show. So you get such a different way of thinking too, especially when you bring it into that kind of mindset. I think people should take care of their room, take care of your members. Remember that they're going to be there for you tomorrow, the next day, next year, even possible. People come in and out of your life. You're constantly a rotational door as a cam girl, but you're a comedian, you're a therapist, you're a mom, you're a stripper. You are so many different things combined in one. It's not just this adult niche. And I think that you can be genuine friends with the people that you meet from there, and also understand at the end of the day it is a business transaction, but I think you give and get a lot more than just tokens out of it and just spending money. I think that, and like an experience that would be like a casino or going to Disney World or something, you get memories, but with this, you even get a friendship at the end of the day, or you get, a different walk of life, a different thought. It changes you over time. And I think for the better, really, as long as you maintain the relationships and treat everybody like a person, because that's what they are. Not everyone just gets on to jerk off to your feet. With all that being said, I think that we also ethically, when it comes to this, it's difficult because we build such intensely close relationships with everybody in our room. At some point it ends, or at some point boundaries get stepped. I think that you have to be careful with where you are and not to lead anybody on. And I think being such an open person like myself, I find that difficult. People feel very close with me, and they naturally get this bond, especially because I've been doing it for years. So I'm good at, I think, making people feel comfortable to be able to let go and just have a good time for a few hours, maybe escape the day a little bit because the work was so terrible. And you have to be careful and be aware and not to lead people on to think it's more than what it is, and be very clear about what you're there and the amount of emotional support you can give, especially when you only have so many hours in the day. So you have to take that into consideration. I think every cam girl needs to take space, and we get so much emotional baggage from this world at times, especially if they are like me in that way. So we have to be really upfront about that, and it's hard not to, to want more when somebody seems what they see is on a pedestal and a perfect version of yourself most days. It's hard not to fall in love with that at times, but there's all different kinds of love. And you just have to remember that and maybe remind other people. But when there's money involved and everything else, it gets nasty, and you kind of have to go over it and think about it and just be really transparent about your side of things too. But I think ethics and camming is just, it goes hand in hand. It's so important. It doesn't get talked about enough, especially at conventions and stuff. They seem to just want to squeeze members for everything they can get and shake you guys, and that's gross to me. That's not there. We can't exist like that. We can't build something more. I think members are the ones who are powering cam girls and making it and providing us with our lives and making it so we have the ability to do what we do and provide this. And then the companies they don't give any respect to the people. I mean, they put out nice pictures, but I do think that you need to care about the people, the members of the room who are actually visiting the sites and keeping them on. And I hope someday that all the conventions and giants of porn will maybe take this into consideration, maybe make it a thing to be talked about and discussed more openly. Thank you for watching, and I hope to do more of these. I want to do a redo of my camming 101, I think, because every year I learn more and more about myself and what I do and how to do it better, and hopefully give everybody the best time that they can have. But I think I've gotten a lot nicer in general to other people. I've just been wanting to help other people in this community and keeping it sticking together. Thank you for watching.